But let's talk about the overall return on investment if you just held in the Dow Jones and you bought the literal bottom in 2009. Overall, you're looking at a 500% move, which in a decade is absolutely phenomenal. But when you're in an emerging asset class, this is a drop in the bucket, especially if you just put a mere 10% of your portfolio in crypto assets. In today's video, I would like to highlight the world's largest crypto IRA and 401k platform, along with iTrustCapital raising $125 million, bringing them to a $1.3 billion valuation. And I also want to share a few of my best cryptocurrency picks over the next few years. Let's kick it off. Welcome to the channel, guys. Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. So in this video, I wanted to highlight iTrustCapital, and the benefit of having a Roth IRA, an individual retirement account, is that all of your capital gains, the taxes you pay on cryptocurrency profits, are taxed at 0% capital gains. This is just another crypto vehicle that I have going for me. And as most of you guys know that have been watching the channel for the past few years, I transferred my entire Roth IRA out of the index funds and into the cryptocurrency market at probably one of the best times. However, I'm going to show you some of the price charts and talk about the trajectory of the crypto asset class. Talk about the Dow Jones, talk about the NASDAQ, and talk about future growth potential, because as an investor, I only care about ROI. I know their mobile application is on the way, so I can't wait for that. And overall, think of iTrustCapital as a 24/7 platform for your crypto retirement account. And they also do have precious metals, gold and silver if you're interested. And I'm excited for them to potentially integrate some of these DeFi protocols or even staking for additional passive income. Think of it like getting yield on your assets, similar to dividends, so to speak. Almost 2,000 5-star reviews. I know they've been featured all over the place. I actually just saw them on a Facebook advertisement last night. We can see Forbes, Bloomberg, CoinDesk. I saw some interviews on the news as well. Great platform. Highly recommend checking this out. And remember, guys, there are huge tax advantages, such as all these trades, they're free in an individual retirement account. They do not have to be reported. I have a Roth IRA here. And people say, Kevin, if iTrustCapital is completely free, they got rid of all their monthly fees, how do they make money? How do they have over 25 crypto assets, etc.? They're competitors in the crypto space, and you guys know I was with a previous one, and there's a few that come to mind like Bit IRA and Bitcoin IRA. Some have monthly fees, or some have crazy setup fees or transaction fees. All iTrustCapital wants to do is incentivize people to realize the opportunity in crypto for tax-free trading, especially in the United States right now, where short-term and long-term capital gains could be uncertain and could increase in the future. So this is another vehicle that I have working for me. And you guys also know I'm in Puerto Rico now, so I'm reaping those gains as well. But overall, transaction fees are just 1%. So essentially the same thing as Coinbase, but it's for a crypto IRA. Military grade security, I highly recommend checking this out. Of course, Fireblocks is something I'm very excited for future DeFi integrations. And I'd imagine since they just raised over $100 million, they're going to be using this as a war chest to add some great features. And remember, in every video I do, you can go right to the video description and click iTrustCapital. And all you do is click open account, you create your account, and when you are ready to fund it in the future, you're good to go. Now, one of the best places to learn to answer all the questions is at their FAQ, their frequently asked questions, of course. You can come to the Learn tab, and you can scroll down, you can click Retirement Education and learn about anything in between, even comparing some of their fees to other platforms. And I guarantee you guys cannot find a better crypto IRA or 401k platform today. And in this video, I'll mention a few assets in this list that I feel have an amazing future. As you can see right here, IRAs held about $13.2 trillion in assets at the end of the third quarter of 2021. And you can see 45% of these individual retirement account assets, approximately $6 trillion, was invested in mutual funds. I believe that trillions of these dollars will flow into the cryptocurrency market in the future. We know the total market cap of all crypto assets is just at $2 trillion alone. As we can agree, the Dow Jones, even the global stock market, which has surpassed over $100 trillion, has had a beautiful trend over the past decade. But let's talk about the overall return on investment if you just held in the Dow Jones and you bought the literal bottom in 2009. Overall, you're looking at a 500% move, which in a decade is absolutely phenomenal. But when you're in an emerging asset class, this is a drop in the bucket, especially if you just put a mere 10% of your portfolio in crypto assets. Speaking of 2009, I don't think we need an example for Bitcoin as it's gone up exponentially. We're talking hundreds of thousands of percent. My point is that looking at altcoins that are available on iTrustCapital today, that are well established, that have ample volume, I'm looking at the ones that I believe will be here in 3 to 5 years, and the survivors will thrive. Let's look at Algorand, a conservative asset in my opinion. This is not financial advice, but I think that thanks to its deep ties within MIT and all the developments and the thousands of developers they have, I think Algo is a safe bet for myself over the next 3 to 5 years. This is a retirement account. I'm not worried about the intraday swings. I'm looking on the macro. So overall, looking at this ascending channel, drawing some parallel trend lines, we can see, as I say, when in doubt, zoom out and relax. And all we're seeing is a beautiful upward trend year over year. So compared to 2009 with the Dow Jones, we're talking a 400, 500% move. We can measure the bottom and see what kind of move we're looking at here. And this is already double that. Now, I know there are some assets that have gone up 10,000%, but even the conservative assets like Algo in 2 years have done what it takes the Dow Jones to do in roughly a decade. So if I had 10% of my 401k or my retirement account in crypto assets, and I'm earning this type of yield, you're going to be running laps around anybody that is just 100% in the stock market. And the higher the stock market goes, the riskier it gets, in my opinion. I respect everybody's views, but I am just a macro bull on the crypto asset class. And even dating back to 2014 for the entire crypto asset class, a very young, nascent market at $2 trillion today, I'm looking at this market with a 3, 5, or 10-year mindset. I'm looking at the projections of 5, 10, and $20 trillion in the future. So if you have some exposure to crypto, what do you think your retirement account is going to do having some exposure in this asset class, especially when it can be 100% tax-free? But all right, guys, that's enough out of me today. Overall, I'm super excited for iTrustCapital, happy that they did in fact add AVAX, Avalanche, on their platform. A few blue chips that I think are very safe bets that I'm rooting for in the future would be Algorand, Cosmos, probably Tezos, and Curve DAO at a $3 to $5 price point is super enticing for the next few years. Polkadot, or you could just be super conservative in Ethereum. You can find the correct link at the top of this video description. As always, I appreciate everybody that likes and subscribes, and until next time.